In the session's final days, Republican lawmakers are expecting to make some tough compromises on the state's budget, but Democratic leaders say it's time to dip into the budget reserves. Even between the two chambers, Senate Majority Leader Jim Bolin sees differences in budget priorities. For example, he says the Senate is prioritizing funds for needs-based scholarships and a new health sciences building at the University of South Dakota, but he knows House Republicans don't agree.
There's going to be compromise, but there's also going to be determination to try to achieve some of these goals, too.
Democratic leadership has held firm on a 2% raise for educators, and the governor has asked to keep community service providers and state employees at the same increase. House Majority Leader Lee Qualm says no way.
From my perspective, to get all three to 2% I don't think we can do that. I think that's an impossibility unless we start really cutting someplace to make that happen, and at this point that would be very difficult to do.
But Democrats say there's money in reserve to support some of this year's priorities. Senate Minority Leader HEINERT points to legislative research records.
In the average over the last several years, we've probably put anywhere from 10 to 12 million a year into reserves above after funding everything we had already agreed to.
He says there's plenty of common ground on priorities among Republicans, Democrats, and the governor, like expanding broadband services.
Maybe it's time that we start using that money to fund these priorities.
A budget is expected next week. For South Dakota Public Broadcasting, I'm Jackie HENDRY.